Name one personality trait you couldn't live without.
Honestly, I couldn't name just one. If I had to go with two, I would say my tenacity and my audacity.
Can you spell those words?
Yes, I can. And those are the two that I could live without. I'm tenacious and I'm absolutely audacious. And if anyone out there is listening, you know that's true. Hey y'all, it's Onika
and J.R.
and you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, J.R.?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing well, which is a deep hole.
Doing well, which is a deep hole.
Which is a deep hole. Had to get up super early this morning because I had my first class for my RAP program, which stands for Wellness Recovery Action Plan. I'm studying to be a peer support worker, so it was really exciting to be able to take that challenge on today. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. That's what's going to be up for Mental Health Day now.
All right, so that's one of your goals now for the coming...
One of my goals.
For the remainder of the year. How long does it take to become a peer support worker?
It's going to take at least 2 semesters worth of classes. There's another course I have to take in December. I'm doing CPR at the end of September. And yeah, there's just a couple courses that you need to take to make sure that you have everything you need to do peer support work. But the main experience you need to have is lived experience, which I have tons of, as you well know.
Yeah, most definitely. Well,
so my lived experience.
So I guess 2 semesters. That's what, about like 8 months or so.
Yeah, about 8 months.
All right,
maybe
so
less.
we're gonna put that down now. In 8 months, we want to know. We're gonna keep up on this. We're gonna
Don't
keep
worry,
track
I
of
will
it.
keep you posted on how the course is going. It was a really exciting first day. We learned about what RAP is all about, and it's not just for dealing with people with mental health. It's also for dealing with your own mental health. So coming up with a crisis plan, things like that, for your own mental wellness. So I'm really, really excited about this program.
So it's kind of like putting things into action. Some of the things that you've kind of been talking about in guess your like therapies and those other types
definitely.
programs. Okay. Cool.
So how have you been? I think we skipped you and went straight to me.
Yeah, it's all about you sometimes.
It's all about me. Why not? Why shouldn't it be?
Me, I'm just living it. I'm getting back to the grind. I took a little time off this past summer. I tried to take the whole summer off, but that didn't work.
That didn't work out for you.
It didn't work.
No.
But now I'm back to like the regular, like, let's do it.
On the grind.
Let's get here. Like, there's head down. Let's just work.
Get that bag.
Get the bag.
Gotta get that bag, baby.
That's what it's about. What else? I guess volleyball finished. Oh, no, volleyball. Dodgeball finished. We came in third.
Did you get hit in the head?
A few times, yeah.
A few times. Knocked on the noggin.
Knocked on the noggin, yeah. So we came in third. Hip hooray.
Did you get hit in the balls?
No, it didn't happen. You're the only one that finds that funny. No one else on the face of the earth finds that funny.
I'm so audacious.
Oh, wow. Using it in a sentence. I like that.
I did use it in a sentence.
I like that. But anyway, there's nothing else going on with me. Oh, my mom is still hilarious.
What did Auntie D do now?
I'm trying to figure out what funny thing she did now. Oh, she made a correction. So remember we talked about weaves and stuff?
Yes.
My mom goes to me. So we're in the car, and she's coming over here for the first time. And we're talking. She's like, J.R. Well, that's not what she called me, but...
We know what you called you, but J.R.
She's like, I was listening to the podcast, and she's like, you were talking about how I don't wear weaves. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, you don't wear weaves. She's like, well... back in the day when I was in England, that was the thing to do. We used to put it in, and I used to sew it in myself. All you do is cornrow your hair and sew it in. And I'm like, what? Mom, you wore a weave? I need to know more about this. And she's like, yeah. You're going out, you got to look nice, and your aunt used to help put it in, and me and my girlfriends would go out and we all have our hair done. And I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I didn't even know weave was in the 70s. I didn't know that was a thing in the 70s.
She's like, it was popular in England before it came here. I was like, okay.
It was popping up in London.
She's like, okay, popping in London. So my mom told me that she used to wear a weave. So all my thoughts about women that wear weave have to go out the window now.
Have to, because Mama R did it. Your
mama wore weave.
Your mama wore a weave. She bought it, so it's hers.
Yeah, she bought it.
But we have a guest on the show today. It is All Kinds of Crazy Wednesday, people. And I would like to introduce you to Donovan. Donovan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're in a little bit of pain, I could tell.
A little bit of pain, but
Tell the story, because the story's kind of funny. It's not funny, haha. It's more funny, like, interesting.
Well, I like to be buff and work out a lot.
And work out?
Well, I was working out and I had someone show me some exercises. And I lifted the weights and it damaged some muscle in my back. So I'm in a lot of pain right now and I think I might go to the hospital. But I'm still strong.
You're still strong.
I'm still strong.
You're still keeping us strong.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just the fact that she had no idea what she was doing. That was the funny part.
She thought she knew what she was doing, but I didn't want to make her feel like.
You didn't want to make her feel bad. And that makes you a good guy.
Would that have been a good time to mansplain?
Mansplaining, there's never a good time to mansplain. There's never a good time to mansplain.
I'm just thinking that might have maybe
no,
possibly
possibly, but there's never a good time to mansplain people.
Okay,
just take it out of your vocab. Just take it right out. Mansplain. I hate it.
I'm gonna use that.
We had a question sent to us at Dainty Dysh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to unlock your phone so I can read it.
Unlock the phone.
Do you want me to read it, or are you gonna read it?
Yeah, I want you to read it because I don't know how to read on a microphone.
Oh, so now you're putting me on the spot. Okay, yeah. So we have a note
from Ashley.
Mm-hmm. It says, "Hi, Onika and J.R. I just want to say I love what you're doing and enjoy seeing your growth. You two are Ashley. Funny." Are you gonna interrupt me?
No.
Okay. All right. I have a question I was hoping you could help me with. I started seeing this guy and I really like him. I was recently at his family barbecue with his mother where his mother made some comments about depression, specifically that depressed people need Jesus and should get up and go to church.
Oh Lord, here we go.
That's a big one.
I don't suffer from any mental health conditions, but my mother does, and I found his mother to be very insensitive and uninformed. In the moment, I froze and couldn't think of anything to say, but it's really been bothering me. My guy noticed, and in an attempt to ease the blow, shrugged it off as a black thing and said I wouldn't understand. I'm white. What are your thoughts?
Wow.
Is this a red flag?
You know what?
Ashley.
Red flag. Red flag, Ashley. Big red flag. How do I unpack
I don't mean
this
to
question?
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
No, I know. There's so many laughable moments in that question.
I'm just thinking of seeing
the cray away part.
Yeah, I'm just seeing all the black people just saying, just pray. Just pray. Just put hands on them and they'll be fine. Yeah.
And honestly, if your new boo is gonna take your concern seriously about mental health, if you sit down with him and explain to him, listen, my mom has serious mental health issues, or not serious, whatever it is, mental health issues, and I don't like that your mom was making light of it, and give him perhaps the opportunity to sit down with his mother and have that conversation, because it is about communicating. It is about trying to stop the stigma. It is about trying to stop people in the black community from calling mental health or the stigma behind mental health a black thing that white people or any other kind of people wouldn't understand. Mental health is an everybody kind of thing.
Yes.
Everybody goes through it. Black people, white people, Asian people, Indian people, everybody goes through it, and it should be taken extremely, extremely seriously. And if your guy can't accept that this is something that's important to you, then definitely that would be a red flag. It's not something I would dust under the rug, because there will be another family barbecue and there will be another pray the cray away moment, because these things come up. So my suggestion to you is talk to your dude. Let him know how you're feeling about the situation. Honestly, have an open, honest conversation with him, Ashley, and let him know how you're feeling. And if he's not willing to take your concern seriously, keep it pushing. Keep it moving. There's plenty of fish in the sea. So keep it moving.
That's good. I want to add to that.
Okay, go ahead, Donovan.
I was born in Jamaica, and I want to say that if you talk about mental health, you will be laughed at a lot. They believe it's just witchcraft. You're just cursed. But, me, myself, I've had mental health issues, and prayer does work. I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in prayer, but prayer and getting the help you need together, that will help you a lot more than just saying, just pray. because my mother and my father believe in the same thing. They're Jamaican, but if you pray and you get help, you can overcome a lot of things you deal with mental health. So it's something that's helped me. That's my story. I've prayed and I've got the help I needed, and that's why my heart is a lot better than it was before.
All right.
I guess for me, I just keep envisioning the whole scene. I just envision this white girl just sitting there, just
At
being
a black
like at a black barbecue, and just being like,
not knowing what to say.
Not knowing what to say. Like I just have to keep envisioning that. But no, it's definitely a red flag. Yeah, you got to bring it up to him. I mean, and depending on his response, you gauge whether or not this is the guy for you. I mean, if you're not gonna, move away from your mother for some dude. And if this does go long term, you're gonna be integrating these families. So if you have kids with this guy, grandma and grandma are gonna see each other at the same time, and they're gonna have to, may not have to get along, but they're gonna have to communicate. And you
don't want grandma offending grandma.
You don't want grandma offending grandmas, and you don't want that. You just don't want that stress in your life. So I mean, if you're thinking it's a red flag, like if you're asking us if it's a red flag,
it's a red flag, Ashley, girl. It's a red flag.
It's a big red flag.
And you're fresh into this, so it's like just jump out.
I don't care how good the chicken was. I don't care. How good the
rice
punch
and peas was good. Doesn't matter.
I don't care. Yeah.
Jump out.
I was
Ashley.
born in Jamaica.
That's
so,
my
yes.
how good the jerk chicken was. Like you just gotta jump out.
You gotta jump out. Maybe go to the next one, get a to-go container, and then just bounce. But that's about it.
To go before someone says something offensive, which is bound to happen at a West Indian party.
Yeah,
I've been to a couple, so I know what it's about. I know what it's about.
But at least I think that in our family, I think that people have become more tolerant.
Yeah, mostly because of me. They've had to be more. They've had to, because it's like a big situation in my life, so they've had to be more tolerant. I mean, I remember originally when my mental health issues came up, they had an intervention for me.
Did they?
My family
I remember hearing about that.
Did you remember the intervention?
I was not there.
Oh my gosh. They thought they could just lay hands on me and my bipolar would just go away.
I heard about it.
So I walked right out of that intervention, Ashley. Let me tell you, girl. I walked right out. I was not having it. But as time goes on, I think the more awareness you give to people, the more like information you give them about certain conditions, the more they're able to maybe understand. And if his mother is open to understanding, then, perhaps there could be something there. But if this is someone who's a little bit older, who's set in their ways, like, then they just might not.
She ain't going to change.
She's not changing. She won't understand.
No.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not happening. So keep it pushing, Ashley. That's my advice. Anyways, Donovan, we wanted to have you on the show to talk about your mental health and your journey. So why don't we kick that off with, actually, I have a question for you. What personality trait would you get rid of or keep? What was my question?
You don't know the question that I asked you. You weren't listening.
I was listening.
You weren't listening. What personality trait? Name one personality trait you couldn't live without.
That you couldn't live without. One personality trait that you couldn't live without. Just the icebreaker question.
That's a good question. I'm charismatic, and my humor. My stubbornness.
And you're very stubborn. You're very stubborn. You wouldn't give that up.
I couldn't give it up.
Is that how you've survived as long as you have?
That's how I survived. I was stubborn, and it helped me in a lot of ways. So no, can't give that up. And I'm very charismatic, and like to say swag at times too. So
you got swag?
I got a lot of swag.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I didn't know you had swag. He has swag, JR.
Does anyone know what I think? What my answer would be to my own question?
What's your answer?
Nobody cares about you right now, JR. Reviving.
Mine would be passion.
Passion? You wouldn't give up your passion.
I can't give it up.
Wow.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
That's
the thing that when I look back at my life, the happiest times I've had, every single good experience has been a time where I've been passionate about something.
Wow.
So why would I give that up?
Come on,
That's true.
Say it.
No, never. Not gonna do it.
See, that's what it. Oh wow. Thank you.
Passion.
You're inspiring me with your passion.
Passion. So, what inspires you in your journey? Like, let's talk about your journey. Let's talk about beginning, middle, and end. So, why don't we start off?
5 hours long.
Before we jump in, heart of a man.
Yes.
There's
Heart of a Man.
We're both wearing the t-shirts.
There's a t-shirt right now, Heart of a Man. We'll probably have an Instagram photo of it. You can get the shirts. We'll tell you about that later. But Heart of a Man, like you're wearing these shirts and they mean something. So I just want to point that out, and then we can go. Now we can.
We will get to Heart of a Man, but I like chronological order.
Oh, sorry.
I'm super anal,
visual.
and I like chronological order. So we're going to start from the very beginning, as Mary Poppins or whoever it was would say. Sound of Music. It's a very good place to start. So let's start from the jump. Tell us a little bit about growing up in your household.
Growing up, oh boy, it was like growing up in the army. If you were soft in army, they would say you're soft, man up, be strong, push through. But in my household, it was like stop crying, the P word. You know, I don't swear. Stop being soft. You're a big man in Jamaican terminology. I was not able to cry a lot. I was not able to share my feelings, which caused me to hold a lot of anger in my heart and led me to my depression and some mental health issues that I never wanted to talk about, but I'm here to talk about it today.
So how are things for you in school? Like, you're growing up in this Caribbean household. You're not allowed to share your feelings. You're not allowed to share your emotions. What is school life like for you at this point too?
I just wanted to have swag and play ball. I was really
just wanted to play ball.
I was really good at basketball. So what I did was when I played ball, that was like my medicine. I would play ball. I was very popular. I wanted to be the man that got all the girls. I wanted to be the man that people were like giving the high fives or the daps. You know what it is. And I would keep everything inside because I thought I'd be made fun of if I shared my feelings and how my depression. I didn't want to share that stuff, but on the basketball court, I just played ball hardcore, went up, dunked, did all the good things, got the girls, you know, put on the fake smile. You know, I tried to be the cool guy, but there was a lot of hurting going on inside in high school, which broke me even more when I was in my 20s. And I didn't find out I suffered from depression until my doctor told me when I was 21, and I laughed at him. Ha ha, you're lying. You're not telling me the truth. You're not lying.
Oh yes, that deny the diagnosis. That's what I call it. Deny
that's
the diagnosis.
a good one. See, I had to deny it because I mean, depression. Like, what's that? Like, I'm a black brother from Jamaica. I'm not depressed. Maybe it's as they say, duppy. You know?
That's ghost for
duppy,
all those
yeah.
listening. That's ghost. Just so you know, Jamaican for ghost.
Jamaican, yes. I still got a Jamaican in my blood a lot. So basically, I was confused and lost and scared, but I still held it in my heart. But when I was 21 and I was diagnosed, I lied to myself and I didn't tell any of my friends that I was diagnosed with depression and even paranoia. So I kept it inside, and that hurt a lot, but I had to hold on to it in my heart. And I tried to get medicine by dating women, by doing all the bad things, fighting, and many more.
You don't want to say what the end many more is?
Many more.
I'm digging deep,
Here it is,
like
here it
shovel.
Is. Here it is. Going
dig.
to a nightclub. A brother going to a nightclub and getting some attention from women, taking them home, getting some loving was a medicine for me. But it wasn't. It was a very short-term medicine. It was just that night. I got my medicine, my antibiotic.
Your vitamin S?
Yeah, which was loving. You know what I'm saying? That vitamin S. As a, you know,
She got the vitamin D.
My dude, all right. My dude knows.
Listen, we like to laugh on this show, people. If you don't appreciate it, then don't listen.
Well, you gotta laugh. I mean, laughing is
that's a good medicine.
That's a good medicine,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, I would just go out and date women. I even started stealing. I started stealing a lot. I go to Shoppers Drug Mart. I wanted some eye drop. I wanted some candy. Put them in my pocket.
Did you know why you were doing the things you were doing? What was it that caused you to do those things?
I was angry because I knew I was depressed, but I didn't want to believe what my doctor said. I didn't want to believe in that diagnosis. I thought, no, I'm a black man from Jamaica. I'm not depressed, and I can't tell my family this because they're going to think I'm cursed. I have a demon inside of me. So I was confused. That's a big thing. My confusion and the fact that I was a black Jamaican man, I said to myself, I got to hold this inside my heart. And I got to find other ways to get the healing. Not the medicine, because my doctor did prescribe me with the medicine. And I put it in my closet. I hid it. I didn't want to take it.
That happens. That happens a lot.
It happens a lot. And, you know, I've had a few Caucasian friends, and they were pretty open to say, you know, I'm struggling with depression. I got to get the help I need. With me, it was just like, no, I got to go to the club, kick it with my friends. I got to get, some honeys. That's what it was about. I had to get the women. I had to go out, have sex, steal, get in fights at times, yell at my family. And there was other medicines other than seeing a psychiatrist, which was, I'll get to that part.
Okay. I'm not rushing you. We'll get to it all. I'm not rushing you.
You don't got to rush. Thank you for not rushing, because it's really hard as a man actually to open up. And that's why, I use my heart to talk now, which they say the word vulnerability means weakness. But now, for me, it means my strength. When I was 24 years old, I got married. And I thought that was the happiest day of my life. But it was actually one of the...
I can second that.
Yeah,
I'm like looking at JR like,
Second that one.
See, I'm glad you could second that, my dude. There you go. But it was it was a downfall. I got hit really hard. It was a lot of manipulation was associated with that. I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was the princess of my life that would save me from depression and hug me and make me feel like a man. And I was wrong, because I'm not gonna disrespect her right now. I don't want her to hear me. Cheryl, still, we're still together deep down inside. Thank you. I'm glad I met you. But there was a lot of jealousy, insecurity. There's even some cheating going on. That led me down a road where I was doing even more. I felt lonely when I got married. I felt really lonely and crushed inside. I would see her and I would feel crushed, pissed off, and I didn't know what to do at that point in time. That was when I was 24, 25, so that's my mid-20s, which caused me to start... I was a player before, but this player and is a womanizer, and women were my god once I got married. Because there was no pills I was taking for my depression, for my loneliness. There was just going out with my friends and just picking up women, getting into fights, started smoking a lot of weed, which, the weed made me feel good once in a while, but it wasn't good for the brain, because I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I don't like talking about it, but
I appreciate you sharing.
I got to share. I got to share with the world, because, I want to inspire the world, even if it's just one person. But
thank you, Donovan. Thank you.
The doctor, I had an MRI done, and he said there was something on my brain, a cyst on my brain. And I was like, that's a part of my depression, right? Because, anyone with depression has a cyst, right? He's like, no. You have some things going on. And it was like a form of epilepsy, which broke me. Because I was like, nah, I used to make fun of this kid back in the day that had epilepsy. And I was like, nah, whatever, man, whatever. But some things were happening. I can't go into detail, but some things were happening. I was like, the swag man that got all the girls was having these episodes.
Breaking down.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is going on here? So, I kept it a secret. And I kept on going on, and I left my wife for my, and he's my heart now, my son's mother. I met her in a nightclub, and I thought that was another part of my life that I was going to be blessed with. Thought it was from God, but it was not from God. It was my own way of thinking that women were my God, and that's my medicine. That's my antibiotic, and I was wrong. So I met her, I had my son, And when I had my son, I thought everything was going to be okay. But it got even worse because when you have depression, you keep it inside, you will explode. That's why you see sometimes on the news, men are committing suicide or killing a bunch of people, or mass murders, because they keep a lot of things inside and then they explode. And when I had my child, I started to, I was a bomb, and I started to just explode every day, punching walls, breaking walls, getting into her face and just angry at the world. And I was lost, but I kept everything in my heart because I couldn't go and tell, different people, listen, something's going on inside me. I think something's wrong with me. Because they would laugh and say, just go get a few girls, man. Just get a few girls and you're good. You're the man. I had a nickname called Pretty. I still like that name, though. I say Pretty in the City. And I felt like I was the man because they call me Pretty in the City. And I used to have this little saying, pretty, pretty, a name to hate. You thought I flirted with your girl, but she requested a date.
Ooh.
You see, he's got, back in the day, you'd be like, I actually stole that from a dude named I forgot his name, Snug Dog or something like that. Yeah, but it was swag. I thought I was having a swag. But
I still have a pickup line that I want to use the day that I feel that my swagger's on 10. It's in my pocket.
You see,
I'll share it.
You got the swag.
I'll share it later. No, this pickup line is so good that
I don't know if you can share that with me.
I'm not gonna share it. Actually,
I'm 36 now. I can't use it anymore. When you get to a certain age, you can't use the pickup lines anymore. But yeah, my son. I'm gonna get back. My son was a blessing because I was still a little boy trapped in a man's body. I was 6'3", but I was a little boy, and I was very dependent on my mother to show me love and to give me that affection to make me feel better, even when I was facing depression. Because that's what I realized. I was having developing paranoia. I would always be looking at my phone, looking who's around me, who's after me, and I was like, "What the heck's going on in my brain? What is this?" But I just thought it was just whatever. So moving forward, I started getting into a lot of arguments with my lady at the time, and I thought it was just normal. That's a normal life of a brother. It's not. That means something is wrong and you need to help. It took me a lot of determination. It took my heart to be broken time and time again. It took me a lot of disappointments to get fired from, I think it was 14 jobs I got fired from.
Wow.
Yeah, 14 jobs.
You
and
beat
here I am.
me.
Here I am right
at least
now.
you kept getting hired though. That's the cool
Getting
thing.
hired. That's a good thing.
That's the good thing.
Yeah. You
But
kept
that's
getting
the thing.
hired.
That's the thing. I kept on getting hired. I had resilience to get another job, even if I got fired. So
That's swag.
yeah.
That's real.
And every job I was like, this is gonna be mine. It's my career now. This is it. This is gonna be it. I'm getting that money. And then somebody pissed me off, and because of my impulsive depression, my mental health issues, I'd go on blast. I'm not saying I'd punch somebody in the face, but I'd get in their face. Even managers, I disrespect all my managers. I had horrible work ethic. And I want to say though, when you struggle with mental health and you have depression and different things like that, that can affect your work ethic. Doesn't mean you're lazy. You could hear from your family, you're such a lazy boy, you're lazy, or you're, even the word the loser, you're not a loser, you're not lazy. Sometimes you really have that mental health issue that's causing you not to have that motivation to work. You feel a little bit, I would say I felt really broken.
You feel broken. You feel tired. You feel unmotivated.
There it is. Exactly.
You can't get out of bed.
I didn't want to get out of bed. And if you told me I wasn't going to be in the NBA by the time I was 21, I'd be like, get out of my face. I'm going to be in the NBA. I'm going to be dunking on everyone. And I'm going to be the man. But that didn't happen.
The dream.
It was a dream.
Black man's dream.
Well, I had a dream. That's it. What is the Biggie line again? I forgot.
It was all the
dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper. Okay, that's it. But that was the thing. But depression and mental health issues. There's something I had that they called damn, I forgot the name now. Borderline personality disorder. Meaning I had some issues with my mind where I was very sensitive. So I was always on blast. And if you said the wrong thing to me, I'm not going to say I'm going to punch you in the face, but I will get in your face, yell at you. I'd punch a wall, maybe even threaten you. And that was a mental health issue I had. And I held on to that going forward. And my mother, when I was 29, told me she had cancer. And I was like, okay, I'm getting diagnosed with this stuff now. Mama has to live. Mama, please live. Don't die on me. And she passed away. And that's when I felt lost and broken to the point where the thoughts of suicide just was on my mind every damn day. And I didn't know who to talk to. Every day, suicidal thoughts like, I can't live without my mom. I can't live without my mom. She passed away on January 15th, 2010. And actually 2011. And I was broken. I was so broken that I didn't know what to do because my mom was the only one that would give me the hugs, the loving. She's very affectionate. So I needed help. But my heart was still hiding a lot of deep, dark secrets. There's a lot of pieces of my heart that needed to be fixed. I needed to heal my heart. So instead, my mom left some money, and I thought the money was the medicine, so I bought myself a nice car. And I continued on trying to get the girls until I turned 30 years old. And that's when I started crying. I broke down. I had my son with me, and I got checked into a hospital, some mental health hospital. And from that day on, things have changed. I have learned a lot about mental health to the point where I could never go back to that life I had as a young Jamaican boy, thinking that, I'm okay, whatever. I don't believe in mental health. My family doesn't. Why should I? Because that's not true. Mental health does exist. BPD, depression, paranoia to diagnose me with. What else? Anxiety, all those things. A 6'3" tall black Jamaican brother that walks on the street with swag has those mental health issues, and I had to keep it in my heart. And that's what made me say to myself, how can I help other men? Because what I found out is that a lot of men have depression, and what they do, their medicine is suicide. Like mine, I thought I was going to commit suicide. Well, I wanted to commit suicide to the point where I tried to take some pills to commit suicide. And if any of my friends are listening to this right now, I'm saying it. I tried to commit suicide. If you feel uncomfortable, it's actually a medicine to talk about it and open up. So, tried to commit suicide with some pills, tried to hang myself. I wanted to get a gun, blast my brains out. But God didn't want that. And my mother was in heaven praying for me, I believe, and saved me time and time again. So I decided to start a movement called Heart of a Man. Because as men, we hold a lot of things in our hearts, and I needed to feel stronger. I needed to rebuild my heart. Because when you have depression, when you have mental health issues, you feel a lot of pain in your heart to the point where you feel so damn alone. You don't know what to do, and you don't know who to talk to, especially as a man. But we can talk to people now. We could open up. And that's why I'm glad I'm here, because I get to talk.
I want to go back before we talk about Heart of a Man. I want to know what your mindset was when you were, I know your mom passed away when you said you were 29. So was it that year before you turned 30 that these suicide attempts happened, or?
That's when it happened. I mean, I was diagnosed with a depression when I was 21, but my medicine was just, like I said, going out, having fun, women. I had my son when I was 26, and that's when things started to slow down, and I felt bored. I felt even more alone. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to commit suicide. And the reason why is because I kept on hearing people committing suicide on the news. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what's suicide? I didn't even know what suicide was. I mean, I heard it, but I realized you can take your own life. And I was like, oh, if I took my own life, maybe I could just rest forever.
Yeah, it's that wanting the pain to stop.
I don't got to think about this stuff anymore. I could just chill. Why not just get some pills and just take it and go to sleep forever? I don't want to wake up. And remember, I used to cry and say, I'm gonna commit suicide, and I ain't gonna tell a damn person. But like I said, God stopped me from committing suicide. I went in the basement. I think it was January 17, 2011, and I was gonna get a rope and hang myself. And suicide was on my mind every single day. How can I? And as a black brother, I thought, you know what? I ain't got nobody to talk to. I can't talk to no one about this. I can't tell them about this. I'm just going to do it. Mm-hmm. So, why not?
So would you say that starting your organization, Heart of a Man, like it saved you, or other than obviously your religion, would you say that it was a saving grace for you to start the organization?
Absolutely. Heart of a Man saved my life, saved my mind, recreated. There's a new Donovan now. It rebuilt everything inside of me. I mean, I still struggle. I still face depression, but I feel like I can't go because I started something to help myself, but I want to help men. Men that, like, for example, my wife, I got divorced.
You got divorced. We figured divorce happens.
Then the other lady I was with, my son's mother, she said, I gotta go. You gotta peace out. Don't come to my house. You gotta go. I think it was my house too, but but she wasn't there for me. I was alone. So what else can you do? So my heart felt broken, but I had a purpose. Like a brother here today says he has a purpose. I knew I had a purpose. And that word is, if you're listening to this, you have a purpose. You got to know you have a purpose. Even if you feel like there's nothing inside you, there's something there. And that's what I felt. And my purpose was to help men, help myself, and be vulnerable. That word vulnerable is actually strength, not weakness. I know Brené Brown wrote the book and everyone thought, yeah, it's just for women, but it's not true. When you're vulnerable, you get to open up more. You get to just share your story and you seek the help you need. And that's where I'm at now. Still trying to get the help I need, but trying to help every man out there as much as I can.
I like that.
I like it too. It's awesome. So, Heart of a Man, tell what is the mandate? What is exactly, you said you want to help men, but in what way specifically do you do your outreach to men?
Well, first of all, with Heart of a Man, I had to put the word redefine manhood, because with manhood, if you go back, we're taught to hold everything inside and be strong, not talk about what we're feeling. That's why the suicide rate is so damn high with men. Men, there's 8 men in Canada a day that commit suicide.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You can look it up too online, but 8 men a day commit suicide. So Heart of a Man was a way for men to share their hearts. So I started doing a group, and I got a lot of help, even from amazing ex-lady that I had. She's great. I did a group for men just to talk and open their hearts so we can get together and just encourage each other. So there's a group, and I had a T-shirt, which you have on right now.
I do. I got that swag on.
Yeah. A strong lady like this wearing the Heart of a Man T-shirt.
Yep. Promo.
I got a T-shirt, almost like you're on a basketball team and you're all wearing the same jersey. You feel like, yo, that's my team, right? That's my teammate right there. That's my boy. So Heart of a Man is like a shirt that we could look at each other and be like, yeah, I feel your pain, dude. You know, it's almost like you speak without speaking in a way. So like I said, you build healthy relationships. You become better communicators. I'm finding ways to help men in that way. That's why I created that website. and we're pushing forward to just say, you know what, let's just join forces. I just want to help men open their hearts even more and redefine what it means to be a man. And it doesn't mean you don't cry, you don't talk about how you feel. No, that's over. You're going to talk about how you feel. You're going to open your heart every damn day to that wife, to that friend, to that sister, to your moms, whether she Jamaican, whether she Italian, Guyanese, no matter what she is, you're going to open your heart, and it's going to be seen as strength, not weakness. And God gave me that gift to try to really impact men's lives in that way.
Yeah, Ashley, you should let your boyfriend know to open his heart.
Oh,
What?
Email. You got a comedian over here. I'm a callback.
Open his heart. Call back. I missed the callback, guys.
I'm like, Ashley, tell that guy.
Tell that guy to open his heart. Yeah. Heart of a man, Ashley. Yeah. Heart of a man.
You're going to let him open his heart
open
then, girl?
His heart, Ashley.
Yeah.
No, but what is the number one thing you do for your mental health now? What's like the number one? Like, do you have a routine, a regimen? Is there something that you do daily, be it, prayer or meditation or anything specific that you do for your mental health that's just a thing for you?
You ask the best questions in the world. Like,
I try.
You ask questions that
Hair
just
flip.
make your mind think.
Hair flip.
Boom. There you go. Flip your hair twice, girl. I wake up in the morning and I pray to God to be alive. And with depression, you're going to think about suicide every day. Doesn't mean it's going to be completely over. You're going to fight with that thought. But I'm on antidepressants.
That's good. Medication.
Which is really good medication. I'm on things for, paranoia. I meditate. Sometimes it's really hard to stay consistent with that.
It's hard. Meditation is not easy.
Mindfulness meditation. Please try it. Look it up online. YouTube it. It's really good. And I try to laugh, because laughter is a medicine that is so damn good for the heart.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100% there.
I'm with this comedian every day, so I'm always giggling. I'm always laughing. He's always got me in stitches. So
those are the things right there. And I actually go to different programs that can help me, such as, CAMH, which I get help there, but I also volunteer to help others. Those are the things that really help. You have to find the help you need. I mean, you have to go out there and say, you know what? I'm suffering from mental health. Something's going on inside of me. I got to talk about it. You know what? Even if you can't talk about it with your mother, if you have a friend that you know will listen, call that friend. There's different hotlines you could call. Call that hotline. Or call even CAMH, different places.
Yeah.
And speak up, speak out, open your heart. You need the help. No matter if you're black, you're white, no matter what you are, you need the help. And I got the help, and this is why I'm here now. I did not commit suicide. I'm still alive.
For a purpose and for a reason.
That's it. And even just being here, being invited, inspires me.
All right. Well, Donovan, thank you so much for being on the podcast with us today. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate both of you, actually.
You don't have to appreciate Jared.
Wow, okay. I'm going to sit here in the corner.
But yeah, Donovan, before we wrap it up, please do tell listeners how they can reach you, your website info, home, which is Heart of a Man, and your group that you have coming up on the 27th, I think you said it was.
Yes.
Yeah, give them the info. Give them all the info.
Well, it's a small group, actually. I'm on Meetup, as you'll see Heart of a Man, meetup.com. It's different groups you can attend. So if you'd like to attend the group, and just email me at info@heartofaman.com. You could visit my website. It's heartofaman.com. 3 words you'll see: pain, passion, purpose. But heartofaman.com. And if you like to
Instagram.
See the Instagram, which I feel is so dope now. It took me a while. It took me a long while, but Heart of a Man _ Heart of a Man _ You can message me. You can like my pictures. I hope it inspires you. You, whoever I'm talking to right now, you listen to this, you.
All right,
Absolutely.
Donovan. All right, JR, please tell them how they can reach us if you guys have any more fan questions.
Yeah.
I loved answering that question.
I know, I could tell.
I was
That was amazing.
super into it too, Ashley.
amazing.
I've said your name like 18 times on this episode, so I hope you're listening. But let them know how they can reach us, JR.
Absolutely. You can reach us at dysh, dysh, at daintydish.com. That's daintydysh.com. You can check out Onika on onikadainty.com. There's some new stuff going up there. You can also check me out on Instagram. I'm Best of JR, and Onika's Best of Onika. That's about it. I can't think of anything else. Subscribe. Oh, yeah.
What do you mean you can't think of anything else?
No,
Dude,
the
you've
most
been on
important-
vacation too long.
I know.
Too long.
Too long. We've been yeah, too long. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
Give us a 5. You deserve a 5.
yeah, and the feedback, all that good stuff. If you're listening to us on any other platform, YouTube, SoundCloud, we truly appreciate it. Leave some feedback. We love it. We respect it. We love it. We are so happy now that we're getting emails.
We're so happy about
this
it.
is amazing. We truly appreciate you so much. And now we do actually answer emails.
We do.
We just didn't get any before.
Yeah, that's all. We didn't have any.
That's all
We
it
had like
was.
2.
We had 2, yeah. So we've answered them. So that's it for me, yeah.
All right, y'all. That has been the dish of the day. And I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.